Alright, let's do this again. Let's go talk to Tejima. Whatever he may be. Hello.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been
God, that is awful.
hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
Does that make you feel sad? Probably.
No, not especially.
What?
After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
Do you still plan on leaving?
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting.
Okay.
Although, what if she were
Yeah,
to turn
like
up
you're essentially numb
only to find
to it.
I didn't remember so much as her name?
You're numb to
Wouldn't
everything.
that be
It's so
upsetting
weird.
for her? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart.
Well, there you go. He feels something, but still.
Curious.
Good God.
Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still.
Losing a reason to feel sad is maybe the saddest thing of all. Jeez, yeah.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too.
This is awful.
That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Oh, we have to go there. Okay, I see where we have to go. Can we make it without a waypoint? I think we can. Maybe we don't need to. Hold on. Yeah, we don't need to. We can just do this. There's also a side quest there, but before anything, I wanna talk to the dude.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it?
I don't know anything about emergency
I'm
provisions.
guessing it's you, huh?
You dare
Kurosawa.
deceive us?
Kurosawa.
Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
Hmm.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Hello. Emergency provisions like emergency
Oh,
food?
huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
Oh no. My game froze. Hold on. Jesus. That's the first time that something like this happens. I cannot believe it. We've been facing so many issues.
What?
Ah, it's
We
back.
just
Okay.
happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I was like, what happened?
I see.
Ever
You
since we
seem to
arrived
have
in
come just at
Inazuma,
the
it's
right
been
time.
quite choppy.
Perhaps you can help us settle this
I don't know
matter.
what happened.
This is Kurosawa.
And
He's a
also ever
samurai
since
and a member
the
of Shogun's army.
update.
They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai.
I'm going to guess
No wonder all the
that
visions have
it's
been
because, yeah, it's because
The
they
Raiden
took his
Shogun doesn't need
vision
people like
and now
him
he
helping
doesn't
build
care
the
about the
nation.
people, huh?
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help.
Yeah, there you go.
But why would she ever want us to help someone like him?
It's because he
Maybe we
he
should
used to be
talk to Kurosawa
different.
and
Like,
see
come
what
on,
he has to
Paimon,
say.
think. Okay. Oh, we gotta talk to the dude.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous.
Well, we have
If
emergency
I was
food. We
really
can give it to
surprised, would
them.
I still be the poor man I am
So they
today?
want the emergency food.
My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend
We
to.
heard that you lost your vision recently.
And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
The Shogun seems like a really bad person,
You were
to
helping
be
enforce the
honest.
vision
A really
of
bad
decree.
archon.
Why
I don't
would
want to
you
say a
be
bad
unworthy of
god
your
or a bad
vision?
goddess, but yeah.
To be perfectly
Like,
honest,
jeez.
I don't
She
seem
seems
to remember
ruthless
the
as hell.
details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were.
I mean,
And
you probably
It's
cared
not
about
just
the
that.
people. I wonder how
I
these
have
these people who have
unsettling
no vision
feeling,
look like. You know what I'm
like
saying?
someone
Before.
owes me something.
Like, I'm
Does
guessing
it
they
have
had
to do with the
different
missing
ways of
emergency
dressing and different ways of being.
I didn't take any. Like
It feels
I
like
said,
once you get a vision,
if I
you
was
get like
taking
a
them for
straight up like
myself, I wouldn't be going through
protagonist
such hard
type
times right
look
now.
as well.
To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth.
Yeah, I will believe him.
But we better confirm.
But he
Let's
seems
go
like a
round up
very
those
scary
treasure
dude.
hoarders and see what they
As in,
have to
as
say.
he's scared.
We should be able to follow their
Better
tracks.
said.
They couldn't
Not
have
scary,
gone too
but
far.
scared. He lost his braveness as well. As he lost his vision. Okay, so we gotta go through here. Now, where is Kurosawa's house, though? Okay, hold on. I see treasure hunters. I don't know if this is his house.
We really outdid
Doesn't look
ourselves
like a
this time.
house, huh?
All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from.
Not really.
Today's just the
I'm gonna
beginning.
defeat
I'll
you.
be leading you all
Why
on
are
an
you
epic
talking about all
journey of
this
pillage and
out
plunder.
loud, by the way?
Go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss.
You the man.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson.
Alright, let's go.
Another
Hey.
test subject.
Allow me. Judgment. Punishment.
And there you go, defeated essentially within seconds. There you go. I love that synergy. That Kokomi, Rosaria, Bianfei synergy is fantastic.
Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
Not likely. Where has it you looted Kurosawa's house?
Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables.
It's funny how we just kicked their
I didn't want
ass,
anyone else to see
and
it,
now we're
so I
just
was
like,
planning
you
on
know,
opening it
talking
myself once we got
normally.
back.
It reminds me of when we
Now
fought
that you've
Child.
caught us,
You know, we're just
how about we
vibing
make
with
a
him
deal? That
right
little
next to it,
box for
right
our
next to
freedom.
us.
What do you
Everybody
say?
was like, yeah, okay, it's all good. Don Lee was with him as well, and then also Signora. And I was like, yeah, what the hell? What the hell is happening?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross
Really?
again.
You're free to go, just like that.
Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah, because they're gonna
So,
change. Okay.
We redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Okay, then. We get the crab, because of course. And now we gotta go to... Hello, Fox. We gotta go to... Aoi's place. Wherever that may be. I'll take care of this eventually. Okay. It was higher. Hello, hello, hello. We've made it. Yeah, we made it. Hello, Aoi.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
About this these IOUs.
Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps
Sure.
you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa, whoa, let's not get
No.
ahead of ourselves. We're just
Yeah,
here to learn where they all
yeah.
came from.
I would not. Yeah, I will not go
Kurosawa
as far
owed
as
me so
that.
much money. Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual
Oh,
amount.
so that's the emergency
So
stuff.
that's how he was getting those emergency provisions.
Poor
But why
guy.
did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, Couldn't he
Because it
just
wasn't
buy
for him, it
less?
was for the people.
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time.
Mm-hmm.
Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
That's just depressing.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone,
Yeah, that's just
I'm
weird.
still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
Unfortunately, he doesn't remember.
I see. That reminds me.
Yeah,
it
it's because of
seems
his
that
vision.
His vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for.
Perhaps, yeah.
Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we
No.
didn't buy anything.
Information is
Are
also
you
a
kidding
kind of
me?
commodity.
Jeez,
Wouldn't you
dude.
agree?
I ain't
Don't
never
worry,
buying anything
I
here.
won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
Fair enough,
At
dude.
least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
Right, let's go. Actually, we can just take a shortcut. Alright, let's go. Yo, my dude, the sword.
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
To be fair, yeah. He was telling the
That
truth.
just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have
Very
any such
selfless, but also
recollection.
very stupid.
Even after all you've
honestly.
told me, I still don't remember
It will cost
anything.
him so much.
Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone?
Yeah.
And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation?
I mean, you did care for the people, but still, like, you know, very
really
difficult
don't
situation for
understand.
you.
But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so.
Mind if we have a look?
This sword was once wielded by my father.
Mm-hmm.
I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
And you don't remember, I'm guessing. Yeah, okay.
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice.
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up.
Well, yeah.
The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help.
Yeah, it's not looking
understand
good.
me.
Honestly.
The irony of all
You're
of it
right.
is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul.
Yeah, okay, so what we're discovering right now is what happens when...
Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses.
What happens
In
when
any case,
a person
never let him
loses
show off
a
that
vision?
sword.
Yeah. Losing a vision.
Seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience.
Yeah.
Fortunately for
Like, you know,
us,
you essentially
we don't
become...
have a vision.
I think I
go find the
talked
next
about this
parcel.
before in chat, but you become kind of like an NPC, right? Like you no longer care. You're like... You're there. Okay, we need to find the next person who lost their vision. Let me... It is very close, but I still feel like we should end it right here. I mean, to be honest, it is partly because it is very late right now. It is almost 2 a.m. But also because we've been streaming for quite a while now. And at last, because we had a couple of issues with the stream as well. We were trying to do 1080p 30 frames per second, and at first like it worked out. But I think that my PC cannot handle it after playing a couple of games afterwards and having a couple of things running in the background. So I'm gonna keep it, keep it simple. I wish I had a better CPU, but so be it. I'm not gonna bore you with that. I just know that I'm happy that right now it's working fine. I'm not gonna mess with it unless I somehow upgrade. So yeah, I have to say goodbye because it is almost 2 a.m. But always a fun stream to have. Always fun to go ahead and play Genshin. Always interesting to have a bit of extra lore as well. Knowing what happens when you lose a vision. Knowing a little bit about Shogun as well, Raiden Shogun. Having this change of heart also from the traveler to not want to be involved in a rebellion or anything like that, to legit just focus on her stuff. That is really cool. So we will continue the story. We'll just do it tomorrow. For now though, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for bearing with me through the technical issues that we did face, and thank you so much for listening to me and really just chatting and stuff like that. It was fun. We did a bunch of stuff, and I'm very happy about it. Again, apologize for the mess that we faced with the technical issues. And anyway, thank you so much. I'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye. Thank you so much for coming by.